Hey, everybody. I totally was just yakking and not paying attention to what's going on. But welcome back to Karandrin Role Playing. My name is Kevin Bates Pittings, also known as Crack Palantir, and I'll be your host and game master for this episode 175 of Brise's Tale. As always, my good buddy Max is here to play the beautiful and talented Paladin Brise. Max, say hello to the lovely people.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful evening.
So last time we just did some traveling back from a long hiatus, and you are enmeshed in a couple of different things, but right now your priority is trying
to bedroll.
Is trying to get a bedroll because you had to abandon yours.
I've riches beyond my wildest belief, but I don't have a place to sleep. That's
right.
Where we are right now.
That's right. A cold, hard ground. Although, what are you going to do? I had to get away from a trio of ogres. It's better to be alive and uncomfortable than dead and comfortable.
Dead in your bedroll.
That's right. That's right. So right now we're sort of embroiled in a plot that's developed around the sorcerer Oshekra, known to be a bit of a rogue. He made a deal with you some episodes back regarding the location of this lake south of the city of Almar that you discovered very early in your role-playing career. Mm-hmm. And it houses, it imprisons, I should say, the soul of a very powerful entity from about 5,000 years ago. And he clearly wants to adapt the lake to trap the souls of his enemies. And that might not be the best thing, but the temptation that he offered you was the exchange he offered you for the information about the lake was so great, you caved and told him all about the lake. So now the question is, how can you surreptitiously stop him from using the lake to trap benevolent entities that he considers his enemies. And one in particular is a dragon to the distant east in the area called the Land of the Ancients, and whose name I've forgotten again. Garathu, right. The dragon, known to be a benevolent entity, someone who has helped travelers in those southern reaches of the Ancients' lands. And so your hope now is to travel to the managed city of Almar and discuss with some of the priests of a temple of that city ways they could help you thwart Oshekra's use of the lake.
Right.
So specifically last episode, tell us where we were and what we're doing.
Right. So taking the road on horseback from the city of Convergence to the city of Alamar, called the Southern Passage. And we're about a couple days down the road, probably 3-4 more days travel left. Got a little waylaid, or sidetrack, I should say, by some ogres that were spotted in the area. So I was making camp and woken up in the night by a trio of ogres. And so I had to, make haste to get away pretty quickly on my horse, and ended up leaving some of my supplies behind.
Oh, no. We lost Max. That is exactly the sort of technical problem that we really enjoy in streaming. And so I'm going to get him back. So give me just a moment. It may be as simple as clicking on this button. Oh my God, it's just that simple. But
The
he got,
ogres got to us.
the ogres got to us. So
Ogres.
you were saying a tree of ogres woke you. You had to abandon some of your supplies,
Yes,
and
and didn't get a good night's rest, so spent the next day trying to find a village to get some more rest, resupply. We did find such a village. Met a woman named Torek who has housed me, and um, unfortunately can't find supplies for my bedroll and my tent. But we at least have, kind of refreshed, have taken the night to rest, and hopefully, if nothing disturbs me in the night, we'll wake up refreshed and ready to continue
right.
down the road.
Yeah, in settlements in which there are no inns, you can find homes that are willing to take you in, give you just a spot, on their kitchen floor with a blanket and in front of the hearth, and you give them a few coins, and so long as you seem peaceful enough and don't display your weapons and so on. As we've discussed many times in this stream, we go for a very realistic feeling world, and um, so many cultures in our own world have a um, high priority toward guests. Where if you just show up and knock on the door, they're in fact culturally obligated to take you in. That's less the case here. But I had
Or you're
friends.
culturally obligated to be shot.
Yeah, but
So,
I had a friend who went to Tibet. Well, actually, returned to Tibet after having been there some 20 years before. And they were trying to make it to a monastery and realized they weren't going to make it there in time before nightfall. And so they, kind of warily approached this home and knocked on the door. These, four American adults and a family, without being able to speak a word of English, let them in, made space for them in their shrine room, fed them, and gave them a place to sleep, you know? And so a similar sort of thing is going on here.
and they woke up with the parasite.
They woke up with the parasite. That's a Trump joke. But yeah. So you found housing with Torek, older mannish woman, and she gives you a spot on the kitchen floor. And let's do the 3 rolls for transition from night to day.
So we got a 62, 38, and a 69.
All right. No dreams to speak of. No no illnesses to speak of. You feel fine. And you wake up somewhere after dawn to the sounds of her sort of milling around you. She's stirring porridge in a small pot. There's bacon frying in a pan.
Welcome, Quinn. Good to see you again.
Oh, Quinn is back in the house.
Back in action.
Poor Quinn is having some stupid computer problems. So we have to give him a shout out of grief because.
Well, you know what they say, technology is only as smart as the person using them. So
That's right. It's only as physically capable and well as the person using it, which bodes very poorly for both Quinn and I. Quinn and me, I should say. All right. She nods to you, laying there on the floor, and tells you the breakfast will be ready soon.
excellent.
You stir. She tells you there's a wash basin in the other room. You obviously like to look your best and go in there and clean up as best you can from sleeping on the ground the night before. Yeah. Pebmac. Do you know Pebmac? You know the Pebmac joke
No.
from tech support. This is an old joke. I mean, it was when I was working in an office. And that was 20 years ago. It's problem exists between monitor and chair.
Oh, I've heard variations of that
Yeah.
between keyboard and chair. Error between keyboard and chair is what
Mm-hmm.
I had an old manager who said that. He loves saying that.
What's Pebrath, Quinn? Tell us what that one is. I haven't heard Pebrath. Pebrath.
Yeah.
Problem exists between Pebkick. Pebkick. Anyway, sorry. For Boston pronunciation of it.
I'll have Azrael is also my cat familiar will be outside hunting.
Oh, hunting, yeah.
Some rodents. Problem exists between fantasy and reality. In that liminal space.
That's funny.
No one can understand.
Um,
Wash up and join her for breakfast.
She asked if you heard anything last night. She swore someone was snooping around the yard.
No, nothing woke me up.
You recall warnings of an escaped killer.
Mm-hmm.
Hashane.
Named, what was his name again?
Hasher.
So I'll mention. I hope it was worn by Hasher by Kesta.
She nods, dips you some porridge, and puts you a couple of slices of bacon on a plate. She goes outside to tend the chickens. Comes back inside with 3 or 4 eggs. She says it was somebody, all right. Man's boot print. Took some of my eggs, if I'm not mistaken. So the food is really good. I rolled a double aught. Just a simple meal. It's just
exquisitely made.
A bridge to
short tooth that part. Oh my god! Very hotly anticipated. I've been waiting years for this sequel.
That's right. So you eat. What would you like to do now?
Well, I am interested in making progress to get back to Alamar quickly. So as soon as I can, I'll take my leave, gear up, and get back on the road.
All right.
I recall her saying there is a town to the south that's larger than this one. That would take me further from the road.
It would.
Okay.
It would leave you equidistant from the old coast road, but then she told you there's no cutover from that town to the old coast road.
Right.
Not at least an easy one. So.
Well, how do I feel about sleeping on the ground for 3 more days versus
I mean, you like being outdoors. It's just
I do.
It
There's
is
not on my character sheet for comfort, really. It's not a big
right.
priority.
But you do rest better, Right. And so if you can find a good campsite, or some good or some good bedding like leaves and so on that you could spread and take out the lumps, then hey, that would be great. So
Yeah, we'll wing it. I've got my detect shelter as well. I could
okay,
always try that and find a cottage or something abandoned house to sleep in.
yeah. So which direction are you cutting?
So we'll cut north back to the main road.
Okay. Just walk through the dirt streets, um, working your way roughly north. Um, you're watched warily, even with your weapons set aside. You know that it's a small town, and um, you ever hear someone say that they've got chickens missing?
Man, they said he's a rapist. He's at it again. Can't get his hands off these chickens.
Right. Nothing like a country breakfast, Quinn says, especially since Brise is now eating for 3. Man, that's your unborn baby, which she doesn't have. That's a joke.
And not a double on you roll.
And her and the demon that is has possessed her. Yes, those are the 3 she's eating for.
I'm so hungry
for souls. I need soul food.
Where are the grits?
Grits. I haven't had grits in a while. So it does put you on alert that clearly, I mean, if
guy's being brash. Yeah.
Well, Hashir's got to eat. And so he's sneaking back into town, taking livestock,
right,
and stealing eggs, and who knows what else he'll be up to. But it also means that if you sleep, you may not want to light a fire. Not that you really need to. Right. I mean, sometimes you like to have your rations hot, but toast your for souls with strawberry jam, Quinn. Those are the best.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how far I would make it from town, I guess, and decide if I risk a fire or not.
All right, roll it up.
4. Fantastic.
Nice.
And back convergence.
All right, and again.
31.
Okay. Directly ahead, this is just prior to midday. It has not seen you, but there's some large creature. Looks like it's carven of wood. It's about 8 feet high. It has long, sort of branch-like fingers. It sort of has a hulking form. It has bright embers for eyes, sort of oval-shaped and irregular. It's headed across your path at quite a distance. It's just headed across your path at about 200 feet away. You're in light woods. You just sort of soothe your horse and, keep it quiet. And clearly you could ambush it if you wished. It's nothing. I should have you roll actually to see if it's something you've heard of before.
Nothing I've ever. 57.
No.
Well, I don't like dealing with 8-foot high creatures made of wood, so we'll stand back and let it continue crossing. And after a little while, we'll proceed.
Erase a ration.
Okay.
You find a stream and let you and your horse take a break. Break in the woods. You come immediately to a field. There's a farmhouse in the distance. It's not very distant. This is a single field. There's a small group of cattle, 4 or 5 cattle. No one in the field that you can see. No one in the yards surrounding the house.
Mm-hmm.
It is early afternoon. What would you like to do?
So I've been traveling north all this time.
Yes.
Okay, and I still haven't hit the road. All right, I'll approach the farmhouse from the front and see if I can get some directions from some people.
You sort of circle the edge of the field so as not to tromp on crops. There's a crude trail that ends at the very door of this place. In the front yard, there are 2 young kids playing. Mannish, 2 girls. A mother is beating a rug. I don't know if you know what beating a rug means, but
she's beating a rug.
But you know what I'm talking about when I.
Yeah, getting the dust out, right?
Yeah. So she strike the back of it and get it clean. And the father appears to be chopping firewood. One of the little girls sees you and points. Let's talk about what's in your hands and what's visible.
All my weapons. No, I would have. We'll have my weapons on me, but not in my hands. Just barehanded, leading my horse. And then Azrael not far behind.
He shoos the family in. Picks up his axe. Signals for you to stop about 100 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
What's your business here?
I say I'm looking for directions to the southern passage. Is it north of here? How much further?
Oh, you're lost, lass. You're 2 days of tough going to the southern passage.
What? Oh my God.
You're a hard ride to get to Tillum. You can at least sleep under a roof. But you have to put that old mare to the test. You cut your way to the old coast road. If that's of any help. But it's just as hard going.
I ask, whichever way would be quicker to get to Alamar. Do you think?
I've never measured it. I don't know. The wife has stepped out on their little stoop, stayed close. The little girls are sticking their heads out the door. So since things have not gone bad, they want to be a part of the conversation.
I guess, do I know where Tellum is in relation to? Okay. I guess ask, how many days is Tellum from Alamar? And is it on the same road?
Tillum's on the road you're on now, just behind you.
Oh, okay.
Not much of a road. You're going to have to keep your face low to keep it from being lashed if you want to ride with any speed. But to make it by nightfall, it's going to be a hard ride.
What are you doing out here? It's in the middle of nowhere.
Probably because they found a free homestead.
Yes. Okay.
Killed them all. I understand.
You're the only shopper for days.
There's probably strawberry jam in there, and they have souls. I don't see any reason why you can't just eat up
strawberry jam. I'm running low. Man, yeah, I don't know. I'm familiar with the Southern Passage, so I might. So if it's 2 days to the Southern Passage, then in which direction did he point in? Like back the way I came?
To Tellum or to the
Southern Passage?
Straight north.
Okay, so I'm on track, but I'm just really far off for some reason.
Yeah, you really screwed up your navigation. Just the woods just threw you off, and you've been traveling for hours in the wrong direction.
Fantastic. Well, I'll just see if I can make up the time with some speedy riding going to the north. I guess I ask him, the North Passage, is it easier going than to tell him? Or is it kind of the same?
I figure it's got to be the same. But tell them those folks do more business on the Southern Passage than they would ever on the Old Coast Road.
Right.
You get better advice on that from there than you would here. I've been to Alamar once in my life.
And then it was the best night ever.
That's how I got these two.
Yeah, okay. I'll thank him and then see if I can get to tell him by nightfall. And then maybe I can resupply and get better directions to Alamar.
Yeah. Turn. You're going to have to ride hard, he said, to get there by nightfall. You may not care. You may just use your floating lantern.
Yeah. I would like to be a little speedy, but I don't want to. One, it's an unfamiliar horse. And two, I'm not the best at horse riding. So what if I do some emboldened steed here?
Yeah.
Does that spell? 'Spell do again? How long does it last? Bolden Steed. Yeah, Bolden Steed's 20 minutes a level. I'm 15.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
15.
several hours.
Yeah. So once I'm out of sight of the family and their house, I'll cast Emboldened Steed.
Okay.
Horsey
What level?
to if I cast at a higher level, does that add more time to it?
No. If you cast with greater skill, it adds more time, but that's so you could take your time with it.
Right.
Casting at a higher level means it's more difficult to dissipate the spell.
Gotcha. So yeah, I'll just cast at the normal level at 2, and then
Okay.
I'll take my time to cast.
All right. Roll it up.
So that's a 77.
Lovely.
Lucky sevens.
So 300 minutes, let's call it 350 minutes because of the good casting.
Okay.
And at a really steady, brisk gait, you are off.
All righty.
So we'll just have you roll once an hour for travel, and I will roll once an hour for encounters.
Okay.
Go ahead, roll.
3.
Nice. Very nice. A lot of stopping and starting, a lot of veering.
By the way, this is our 24-hour stream. I hope y'all are really enjoying the Getting Lost in the Woods segment.
That's right. That's right. We are going to do that, right? We're going to do that one day. I'll come over to your place. You give me a spot in front of the hearth, and then
yeah. Little fireside role play.
That's right. That turns oddly romantic
in the first 10 minutes.
What are they doing? They've been off screen a long time, but that floor sure is moving. You do come to another homestead. Swine, chickens, small garden. Here the folks are very friendly, apparently. Dwarven family. 2 older, a dwarven couple, basically. Wife is drawing water from the front well. The husband seems to be working on a pig set aside in its own pen. But they both, call out greetings to you. Do you just want to wave and go because you've got your spell ticking, or what?
Yeah, I'll wave and I'll just say, call out them. Is this the way to tell them?
They point the way you're headed.
Okay. Thank you kindly. I'll keep on going.
There's they call after you, watch for the archway. Look for the archway.
Okay.
All right, roll it up, sir.
Boom, 63. That's better.
Abandoned farmstead. House is completely caved in. Saplings have taken over the majority of the field. Roll again.
42.
No problem. Nice brisk going. And there in front of you, past this homestead, several minutes at a gallop, well, not quite at a gallop, but is the archway. It's actually a series of connected arches. Winged female figures carving on it. They're very worn carvings. 8 connected archways. This is the 5th that the road passes under. And then it crumbles at that end and it crumbles at that end. There is a sagging metal tube about this big, glittering silver, at the end to your right.
It hangs down from the arch?
Slightly, yeah, slightly. So, you know, your mind imagines that it continues across, but you don't know.
Wait, sorry, say that again?
Your mind assumes that this tube, you know, is hanging from the edge and that it continues across, but you can't see that high because the archway is quite high. It's probably 15 feet high.
Gotcha. I'll slow down to investigate.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe I found another soul prison. We stumbling across those left and right. Oh, Shecker, I've got my own. I'll trap you first.
That's right. Yeah, so you just sort of walk around. Let's talk about just items in your hand in case you come across unpleasantness. Do you want to be?
Yeah, I'll have my spear and shield.
Okay. You probably grapple your way, well, probably use your grappling hook and climb your way up if you're interested.
Mm-hmm.
You'd also levitate. It's only 15 feet after all. Angels are in various formations of flight. The ones lower down seem to be playing instruments and are looking up at those in flight. A lot of drums, very large drums, that you've never seen before. They're oval in shape, and more than one person plays a given set of drums. So you'd have 2 angels, their wings overlapping, and you know they're in mid-strike, if you will. There are also guitar or lute-like instruments. There are cymbals, but they're so worn. It's just, I mean, it's just unbelievable. Illegible. They're just illegible.
Right. Unbelievably illegible.
Yeah.
I can't believe how illegible this is.
That's right.
It's just like a solid black. I can't comprehend.
At one end, you find evidence of like a lower portion of the arch, where you assume there were angels and so on. Those have been chiseled off, and the bird symbols, the bird house symbols that you are familiar with from around 5,000 years ago have been etched in their place.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's moderately skilled work. Um, you know, probably amateurs wishing to eradicate past religions or whatever.
Well, sucks for them. They've become the past religion.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
You find that another 2 arches have fallen. You're now down at the left end of this. 2 arches have actually toppled. They've been torn from their foundations. Only the bare surface of them remain above the soil, and you had to kick off, probably a foot of leaves to see these. But their foundations tore up the earth enough that there was sort of these irregular small hillocks that you just looked at unnatural, and that's what led you to the fallen arches of my feet. What?
I look up, there's just a giant foot coming down.
That's right.
The arch, they said, look out for the arches.
That's
not these arches.
Oh. It occurs to you could, if you don't want to climb, you could come here and dig, and you might find what's at the top, assuming it wasn't damaged by the fall. It would take it would take many, many horses and oxen to pull these things down.
I'll grab my grappling hook and see if we can climb up to the top of one of these guys.
Catches very easily. Roll to climb.
33.
Slow going, but you make it. The silver metal does not form a continuous tube. There's a short tube, then a break, and then a silver pronged, like 3-pronged fork. Then an equal amount of space, a short tube, then a fork, tube, fork, tube, fork, all the way across to the far one, which has, is crumbling with some of the masonry and is now hanging down.
Right.
Brush off leaves, looking for other symbols. Not really any here. You find evidence that some impish soul, probably local kids, must have tied things to the forks and tubes and had them hang down because there's twine, half-rotted twine that's hanging. No way is that twine as old as the arches.
And what's that? So they're glittering like the tubes. That's just their texture.
The forks are the same glittering silver metal. They seem untarnished and unaffected by time. Harder than silver. You can't mark it with a weapon. Though I guess you haven't tried is it a piercing dagger that you have?
Yeah, that ignores defense armors.
Yeah, but I don't guess you're ready to try that. You're just trying a normal dagger to lightly scratch it.
Not that interested in the metallurgical properties.
Well, you don't want to, break anything that's got some magical energy in it.
Exactly. I've my track record of destroying magical items is we don't need to do it on purpose now.
Not unprepared. You don't need to do it. You got to be set up.
Got to be ready to go. Okay. Yeah. If there's nothing else, then we'll descend and be on my way.
Decide to to get the bigger picture and you stand, sort of look as broadly as you can.
Mm-hmm.
There might be further fallen arches several hundred feet away in a clearing. But yeah, no other structures visible from, through the treetops.
Okay.
So climb down, roll for me.
Mm-hmm. 69.
No problem. And unhook your grapple. And you've probably got an hour left on your riding. Sun is starting to go down. So hitting the road.
Yeah.
What do you want in your hands?
I can get. I have a penalty, right? If I'm like riding with a weapon as well.
You can ride one-handed without a penalty, but you can't ride two-handed without a penalty.
My spear in one hand and riding with the other hand.
Okay. All right, roll for me.
69 again. That's crazy. Just checking if that's a 9. 6. It's the third time I've rolled 69.
Yeah, well,
The tension in here is crazy. A friend recommended me a show, Heated Rivalry, which is not the type of show I usually watch. I'll just say that.
Oh, really?
For anyone that's watched it. It's just Noel and I went in blind and we're like, okay. So it's that type of show.
Very sexual? Is that the...
Well, extremely. It's like time skip 6 months, time skip 6 months, time skip 6 months. Now they're having sex.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, I see where the audience for this show is. We're skipping to the good part, I guess.
Yeah. I've come to fix your drain.
15 minutes.
So in the dim light of late afternoon, you can make smoke out on the horizon, the haze of a village.
Mm-hmm.
Your spell expires. What would you like to do?
A village or a city or like a town?
Looks like a good-sized village based on the span of the horizon.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to make it there tonight. Well, I guess I could keep riding with my lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a few more hours. So,
and you could always do embolden steed. I mean, you've got plenty.
We'll re-embolden my
Okay.
steed. So again, take my time to cast it. Level
Yeah.
2 can be a problem. 62.
Okay. 3 hours of that on the mark. Lantern ordered to stay ahead by 30 feet or so.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll cast 50 feet of light ahead of you. Roll for me.
71.
Good job. Night falls. And roll again.
57.
Something in the road up ahead.
Something on the road.
looks like a giant turtle, except that it is standing. It's reminiscent of that race that was in, oh, what are they called? I've lost the name of them now.
Yeah, what was the name of that gathering? It's Obreve was the goddess.
Right.
And what's the...
But there was that turtle-like people that were quite tall.
Yes.
Um,
Why are they not in my notes? Maybe they're in my archive.
the shell is just, I'm sorry.
Dark crystal. The Skeksis. I guess they're kind of turtly.
This turtle has this turtle-like being standing, biped turtle has a golden shell with onyx, onyx sort of outlines through the hexagons that form its shell. It hears the gallop of your horse. It turns. It wears a heavy set of armor on the front. It is armed. Why am I?
TMNT. If this is what they look like as teenagers, oh my God.
That's right. Did I get it? Where is that?
MMNT. Mature mutant ninja or turtle. I can't speak.
What has it got in its hand? A sword. Seems to be a two-handed sword or bastard sword. It's hard to tell. It is a glittering silver with red gems on it. It raises the sword briefly, and then it lowers it down and simply awaits your approach.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I will slow down and stop about 100 feet away.
It raises a hand in greeting. It has long, nimble fingers. It gestures you forward. You see at its feet, now that you're closer, that it has bags, a big frame pack that it was apparently carrying.
Mm-hmm.
Has all the looks of a traveler, a well-armed traveler.
Okay.
Pouches hang from its belt, almost the size of the sacks that you normally use.
I'll approach to 50 feet and ask if it knows, and ask it in Thax if it greeted and if it knows the Mannish languages.
Its voice is very gentle, heavily accented. It says most of them.
Ask it, I've not seen a traveler like you. Where do you hail from?
You're a spellcaster, if the taste of you has any truth to it. So perhaps you'll believe me when I tell you that I'm from another world.
Hmm.
I felt your coming, or rather, I felt the coming of what hunts you. Do you know that you are hunted?
No. Could you? I've not sure what you speak of. You could elaborate. Did you know you were hunted by me?
My people, and especially my order, cannot abide demons.
Oh.
It is a demon that tracks you. Its eye is fixed on you.
Hmm. Is it close by now?
You have put distance between yourself and its agents,
Hmm.
but the eye always searches for you. From the demon's realm, if I had to guess. The being must have been recently expelled. The ways are closed to it. It has very little influence here. I sense that it has enough power to have armies, but you seem to face only a few agents.
Yeah, it is a creature I had helped in the part of banishing back to its world, and I fear it seeks revenge against me. One day it might grow powerful enough to get what it wants.
How did it come to know your name? Were you so foolish as to tell a demon lord your name?
It's complicated. I'll ask, how have you interacted with? How do you know so much about this demon? What are your skills?
It is part of my training. A mere demon, in most accounts, has no influence from one world to the next. Only the highest tier demons and those in its court can possibly even peer from one world into the next.
Interesting.
The agent that pursues you, I have a sense of him now. Lean, very thin for your kind. Blonde.
Wait a second.
A man
middle-aged, and that's all I
neither
know. Middle-aged.
neither old nor young. It is
Okay.
true.
Hmm.
A man of great depravity.
Hmm. And do you know what? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to ask if no, you go ahead. I was going to ask if do you know what this agent wants of me besides my death? Is that what its desire is, or is it only spying?
It is beyond my senses.
Okay. Hmm.
I can feel the tendrils of power that emanate from the demon lord. And following those tendrils, I can locate roughly where they are in relation to you.
Hmm.
Many are quite distant, hundreds of miles. This is the closest,
Okay.
some miles behind you now.
Hmm. How to resist the influence of a demon lord? I ask, is there anything in your power to make me undetectable or immune to these powers? So I would pay handsomely for it.
Even the strongest of my order cannot stop a demon lord.
Hmm.
It would take an invading army to overthrow him in his own realm. My order is not so large.
Hmm.
We have merely 2,000 members. It would take many hundreds times that.
I ask, is the skills you speak of, is that something endowed to your people or your order? Can one train in what powers you have?
We trained for many years.
Hmm.
I know of no one of your kind who's ever even ventured to my world. Though there are rumors. Solitary beings of great power who travel between worlds.
Hmm.
But come, let's get off the path. I am not likely to be accepted by the locals. He sort of cuts a path with his sword through some of the brush.
Okay.
Do you wish to follow?
This demon, is it in the room now? Can you see it? Is it talking to you? Yes, I'll follow him. Orange skin. Oh, okay.
He sets all his goods down. He finds a tight little clearing, and there's barely room for you and him and the horse.
Hmm.
He lays the sword at his feet. He bows to you as as you are seated. He tells you that his name is Miron of the second house.
Of the second house?
Mm-hmm.
You know my name already. I am Brise, though. Brise Ajal. What is your current objective, if I could ask? Your reason for being in this world?
South of here, there is a pit brimming with shades, a form of demon. If they are allowed to remain too long, they will weaken the space between worlds.
Hmm.
And their master will have an easier time spreading influence. They will not be able to pass through that area, but they can influence followers, begin to communicate. I felt the thread of your life past that road, and I waited for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we all do that.
I was reading Quinn's comment, or Obi-Wan Karen's comment. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where were we? Ah, yes, the pit of despair.
That's right.
The pit of despair, full of rodents of unusual size. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
He detected my life. Sorry, there's a lot of notes I got to take. This guy's a wealth of information here.
Yeah, certainly of different concepts.
Mm-hmm. Lords to spread influence. And how many of your order are sent to deal with this pit?
He gives a single brief laugh. I am all that's needed.
Wow. Okay.
I will slay them, perform a few rites to try to purify the place, and allow the boundary between worlds to heal on its own.
Hmm. Hmm.
Are you a warrior of your people?
I am skilled in combat, although mostly I am a traveler, and I serve the temples of my people.
Well, you're alike in that way. Now, why do you travel in such haste tonight? You said you did not know you were pursued.
Hmm. I am trying to make time to get to the city of Alamar. I have business there.
I do not know this place. I know there is a village up the road. I know that there are individuals there that would be of interest to any demonic power, which is why closing this shade hole was given such priority. The town may not be safe for you. You may need to take precautions.
Hmm.
Lock your doors, set what alarms you can on the windows, even if it's just balancing something precariously against the pane.
Is that because they've already succumbed to the influence of the pit?
Whomever is building the pit may want to influence individuals
Hmm.
in that town. That
Right.
means those same individuals would be tempted by the demon lord who is after you.
Right.
So you may be riding into agents that he has simply not yet contacted or recruited.
Right.
We sense, my order and I, that the individuals in Tillum possess considerable power. This may be just social power, a mayor, a constable, a sheriff, a merchant of some esteem.
Hmm.
But they can influence others, therefore, of good heart,
Right.
have you jailed, frame you for some taboo, and then have you hung. I always do that, hanged.
It's an otherworld thing. Yeah. Right. Okay. That is, so I might just skip town entirely then.
Well, he's not really arguing that, but
He's just saying be careful.
he's saying take all the precautions, and maybe, in your own head, you're thinking, have an escape plan.
Yeah. Okay. I ask how, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I ask how long have you been a part of your order? You said you trained for many years.
I finished my training 20 years ago. I am now second in command, I'm proud to say,
Okay.
of the second house, which is not a great rank, but it is still a great honor. I typically oversee the training of over 50 other lesser paladins
Hmm.
who serve the order.
Hmm. It would be interesting if I could visit your world sometime and potentially glean something from your order and your arts.
Your own people, if the rumors are true, must have a way into our world.
Mm-hmm.
Our way of coming here, at least for my order, is rather cumbersome.
Hmm.
I enter through a seed stone,
You take a greyhound all the way.
and the seed stone takes 2 months of your time to grow large enough to allow me to emerge from it.
Interesting. And then do you return through the same seed stone?
He reaches into one of his pouches and he pulls out what looks like a large peach pit.
Hmm.
He says it's already growing.
Wow. So he has to get the other one ready on the way back. Okay. And what is the name of your world in case I ever find a way to get there?
I may be mistaken. I've only heard it referred to by a monk in passing as something other than the world. And that term was Avashir.
Okay. That may be incorrect.
But my order is located in the nation of Ulnok. At its capital, Predinix.
Pedinix?
Predinix, PR.
Predinix.
There
Okay.
in a few months' time, you could find me. I am
Right.
usually training the recruits, initiates. It is rare that I go out and onto missions, but this one falls within my special purview, my skill against shades.
And how many worlds does your order travel to?
We have vowed to protect what we call the constellation of 13. Your world falls within that.
Lucky us. Okay. And would your kind be, would I be free to visit your world, or would an outsider be considered potentially a threat or unwelcome?
I know of no reason you would not be welcome if, admittedly, treated like a curiosity. Travelers from other worlds are extraordinarily rare and usually have interactions with the courts or with the monks.
Okay.
Clearly, visitors to your world must be cautious.
Yes. We are a judgmental bunch. Trust me, I know.
We have had many brothers attacked. And though we've met few that can harm us, it is still unpleasant to cause the locals distress.
Have you worked or spoken with the temples of our world? How do they receive you?
It must have happened at some point in the past because we have been warned against it. I don't know what falling out may have occurred, but it is spoken of as though it happened quite a while ago.
Okay. Interesting. And about the demon that pursues me, do you think his power will grow quickly? If you said he was recently banished, how quick would you expect his power to grow, his influence here in this world, if it is not stymied?
I sense that he has gone through a great conflict. He is both more powerful and less powerful than I expected. Almost as though he had been away from his realm for a great time. And then upon his return, had to fight back for his realm. His usual avenues into this world must have been closed recently. The more followers he can generate, the greater his influence here will grow. The greater control he has over his own realm, the greater power generally he will have. Right now, it seems he only has 6 to 10 followers, if I read the threads correctly.
Okay.
But that includes this newest one, this clean-shaven man that pursues you.
Then we might be within a year dealing with a significant threat in my world.
The great advantage of fighting demons is their vanity and their pride. The more power they think they have, the more arrogant they become.
Okay.
He's clearly after you for some form of revenge, where a smart man will begin rebuilding his power base. So in a sense, the longer his eyes are fixed on you, the slower his power will grow here.
That makes sense.
So should you encounter this man who has been sent to pursue you, it would be good to mock the demon.
Yeah.
Now, that will endanger you, but it will cloud his mind with anger and rage.
Well, you've been very helpful, Mr. Mirren of the second house.
I wish you well. And I would welcome a visit should you ever make it to my world.
I would like that as well. I'll try to find a way.
He rises, sort of looks about him sort of in a distant way. He says, the man has gained very little on you. You should make it to Tillam hours and hours before him.
Okay. Should have asked, does he know where I am through supernatural means? Or is he simply tracking?
Does
Well,
Mirren know?
no, does the demon or his agents know? Or are they just tracking me, through normal means?
There's no way to tell. It is possible that he's being fed information from the demon lord, who does periodically lose sight of you. It won't be perfect, his information about you. When you are in houses of good cheer, when you are in rooms of dance and joy and bright light, those are safer times for you than in places of darkness, death, and despair. His vision is very clear in those places.
Interesting.
Which reminds you of getting over soul shear.
Yes.
Of recovering from demon contact.
As if having contact with a demon makes them easier now to perceive you and locate you. Ugh.
Just as knowing your name.
Yes.
Which I lifted directly from X-Files. It was a great episode where they deal with an exorcism. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get these Jewish elders come in to help with this exorcism, and Scully and Mulder are there. And they go through all this ritual, and it's kind of terrifying, whatever, and it's over. And one of the elders turns toward Mulder, towards David Duchovny's character, and says, "He knows your name now. You must be careful." And I'm like, "Whoa, what's up?"
Feeling, yeah.
That's a great moment. So,
okay. I think I'll take my leave and continuing to tell him the last hour or so.
Yeah, your spell is still active.
Oh, should I ask for his people's name? Does he have a name for his people as well? It's another good thing to ask.
We call ourselves the Grashlim. Grashlim.
The Grashlim. Okay, then y'all continue on my way.
He pushes his way through the brush, carrying all of his heavy bags. And you hear him just tromping on. You ride into town. It is walled. There's a single gatekeeper. It's a shaky male teen. What's your business at this hour?
I'm just got caught out late on the road. Can you direct me to an inn that's could take me in?
What name do you go by? And what is your business?
I go by Helen. I can't come up with fantasy names. And I'm going to Alamar.
Here, what you do is come up with a normal name. Now change one letter. So,
Helen. Hebben.
Obi-Wan Karen can tell you a story about Mr. Heaven later, but
so I'll give that name and say I'm headed to Alamar, just stopping for the night.
He opens the gate warily. He's got a club. Holds his hand out for some coins.
I'll give him a bronze.
His face lights up. It was a good choice.
Okay.
In is straight through. On your left. Pushes the gate closed, lowers the bar. Just as you've lowered the tone of this whole town.
I'm going to make sure my hood is pulled over.
Okay. Ride through. There are a few lights on. Make it to the inn. Find the door unlocked. Enter. Few people munching on bread, sipping beer.
All right.
Full-bellied man, some age. His wife and a table as you enter. Mistakes you for a man, which is helpful. Says, "Where are you in from, sir? Where are you in from?"
I'll just take a room for the night, please. I say just a room for the night.
Do you wish to disguise your voice?
No.
Okay. Oh, pardon.
I don't think I could pull that off. Maybe we should look at Brise's character sheet.
Voice acting. Oh, excellent.
Well, we've talked about this before, right? Does it fall under lying, or does it fall under
right
diplomacy, like pretending to be someone else? Disguising?
There is an acting skill, but there's so few backgrounds that justify giving it to a character.
Right, unless you're like practiced in it.
Yeah. You know, if you come across somebody, make a contact, and it's difficult. It's just a difficult skill to encounter.
Right.
Even.
There's in Brandon Sanderson, Stormlight Archive, there's a great character who comes across a mentor, a protege, or she becomes a protege of this thief, and eventually kind of crime lord, and she learns how to deceive people and like act and do accents and things, and then she later gains her magical power, which is like making copies of herself. Like she can draw something and make an illusion. And so it just works really well. She learns naturally how to do it, and then her magic is now like an extra layer on top of that. That's really
cool.
Good, cool character. Alas, Brise just has herself. So
copper a night. 2 copper for food. If you're in the mood for some stew, I can heat up.
That would be great. Could I give you 3 copper and you can bring it up to my room?
Oh, this is a 1-story place. Certainly. Anything to drink?
Just some ale would be great.
So, what are my drinks? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's just a copper. So, yeah, get you a meal. Man, for somebody who does not care for food, it was a 99. So you've had some really good, very simple, good dishes.
I'm going to write a travel blog and say the middle of nowhere between Convergence and Alamar. You have to go here.
Yeah.
Try their vegetable stew.
I swear this tastes like ogre. We get plenty of them around here. Yeah, get it. Do you have a good feeling about this guy?
Okay.
It occurs to you, do you slip him some coins for discretion?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give him an extra 2 coppers and I was just a regular old traveler. If you don't mind telling people I was here. Actually, let's give him a bronze.
He gives it back to you and says, "It's no one's business who stays under my roof."
All right. Thank you, sir.
And all right. I know it's a little early, but it does seem like a good stopping point.
Yeah. I would be opposed to that.
Okay. So we've knocked out another day of travel, found some interesting information. We know it certainly seems like the escaped killer Hasher is on your trail, and we'll start here in the village of Tillum next week, which will be our last one for the year.
Yeah.
And then we're coming back January 7th. So we got one more, and then we'll be back on January 7th. We'll remind you guys of that next week as well. Thanks, as always, for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you think we're doing a good job, hey, like, subscribe. And if you love us, hey, go to Donor Box and send us some love. Max also has his own YouTube channel that I think you'll really enjoy, where he discusses the role of music and original soundtracks in video games. And we always appreciate the character art done by Elliot Dunovitz. If you want to see more of their work, go to artstation.com/Tortolua. And I've written a novel called A Shore Too Far. You can find it on Amazon. Max, why don't you say goodbye to these lovely people?
Yeah, thanks for watching. Excited to see what happens next time. If who knows, maybe we'll be overrun by demons. Maybe not. See you next time, everybody.